Well, stream's already started. We'll just get you over. Just a second. I gotta switch to this. There we go. Alright. What I'm gonna do is very briefly hide the screen. Alright. There's your invite code. Got it? Alright. Alright, we're back. That should have done it. Hey, 100 Rios from Mac. Hey, Raven, I hope everything is going well. I won't be able to be on the stream. I wanted to show my support. Love your content and stories. Well, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Every donation is always appreciated, man. Really, really kind of you. Thank you so much. Well, welcome one and all to our Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 stream. We won't be on too terribly long. Probably do 2 or 3 operations. I wonder if the stratagem operation has changed yet. I'm gonna go as a sniper for the first round. Go for it. Then after that, I'll try Tech Marine again because I want to level that up a bit. Yeah, go fix it. Go fix it while I pick a mission. All right, let's see what we got. I think we'll go Vox Liberatis. Oh, and I'm turning on private mode. But yeah, I'm gonna go a sniper to start off with, and then I will go back to Tech Marine. But I want to work on the sniper a bit. Anyway. Wearing the salamander cloak. Yeah, I thought I would try to make a snake skin kind of thing. Because remember, they are the Black Cobras. So I thought that I'd give him a snake skin. Made a new Tech Marine chapter. It's called the Scarlet Scorpions. Man, I mean, make what you want, but I don't like the idea of a whole Tech Marine chapter. That's just Iron Hands to me. Like we already have the Iron Hands at home. We don't need more of them. Well, while we wait on Lark to finish editing his Tech Marine some, I will read your chat comments. I wish there was a Psyker class. Yeah, I wish they added a librarian too. Maybe they'll add that later. Maybe they'll add a librarian later. I'd like that. Like maybe in a later patch. Let's hope for next year. Next year of Space Marine 2, they add a librarian. But then again, given that they're already working on Space Marine 3, maybe we just need to wait for Space Marine 3 to come out. Ah, going a Dark Angel then, huh? No, that's fine. Could the Cobra skins that the Cobras are based on actually be used as general camouflage? Not really camouflage, because they're just large black Cobra skins. More of just a drapery to recognize where they come from. It's kind of like why the Space Wolves wear wolf pelts. Doesn't act as camouflage. I just want to remind everyone. By the way, we're wolves. Hi, by the way, Space Wolves here. Yeah. I really want a Terminator class. I'm worried that if we added a Terminator, it would just break the game.
Yeah, I think that most mechanics back Terminator would be very, very good. Great.
And yes, for those wondering, I've started my research on the Imperial Fists.
Our fault Vox transmissions are not reaching the astropathic relay station. The source of the interference lies in heretic-occupied territory. Locate and destroy whatever is jamming our communications.
Space wolves!
You will be on your own from here. The Emperor protects.
Arrived, Damocles. Vox contact going dark.
Understood. Damocles out.
Alright, let's do this.
I have you still Cobra.
Good.
I find scout spotted.
Good kill.
Tyranids have no mind for tactics.
Yeah, you like those executions, huh?
On the Cyanax.
Oh, wait till you see him use his frickin' claw. It's just so badass. Just missed him.
Synaptic servant slaughtered.
Synaptic servant slaughtered. Oh, you can set this up if you want, Lark. Up here.
Rendezvous at Mars.
Yeah, practice that. Because it's going to become important later. Set up as many as you can.
Alien fireball.
You like the Tech Marine so far? Oh yeah, just when a lot of them are coming, hit that triangle button and just let it do its thing. Only do it when there's a large force. Don't waste it on like the small fry.
Our orders are clear. Advance. For the Omni side.
So we got 2 Black Cobras working with a Dark Angel. That's not too unheard of.
Yeah.
See that dome of sorcery? The heretics are protecting something.
Defending the source.
The Xenos seem eager to cross that arcane barrier. What say we help them?
That would mean that it would actually go and attack the hull.
Alright, hold on.
This tarantula is still
Handle that perfectly. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, ammo. I will need that. Get ready, you're probably going to want to use that thing soon. Oh, you found a friend. I like that the Tyranid Hormigons just look like little raptors.
Yeah. I do like a lot of the Tyranids.
Yeah, the Tyranids have some goated designs. Like, you can, I mean, they're obviously Xenos filth and we have to destroy them, but you can respect the aesthetic. Alright. Anyway, so how much do you not like the Imperial Fists? I never said I didn't like them. I find them boring, but I don't dislike them. I think the Imperial Fists are just a boring chapter.
Their successor chapters.
There it is.
Yeah, their successor chapters are more interesting and more liked.
Flesh-bound redless! Your false emperor holds no sway here!
Drop it out here.
The changer of ways shall never be thwarted! Elusive bastard!
Terminate the psychic disruption.
The closer I stand, the more corruption gnaws at my mind. And I feel it weaken in our presence. This battle we fight on two fronts, body and mind.
We got company.
Demolish the heretic shrine.
Got him. I snared him. Where is he? I see him firing. Thank you. God, he was annoying. Yeah!
That was brutal.
When he uses that claw, it's just so much fun. It's one of those moments where I wish I had 4 arms, you know, because then it's just like, "Bah!"
Keep you high.
Actually, Aaron, do you remember, Aaron, if you're still there, do you remember that thing we once did with the 4-armed character? Might need to pull that back up again. That was a cool concept. Alright, let's get going.
We gotta win. Come on.
Ruben, what kind of stories are best written in first, second, and third person? That really does depend on your preference there. I find that stories about okay, so I find that stories about adventure, like of discovering worlds and seeing new things, are going to be best in the third person. Like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter were both written in third person, and I think that was to their benefit because hold on. I think that was to their benefit because when you're talking about a world, it's important to talk about the world around the characters rather than just the characters. So having a third-person viewpoint helps with that. First person works better when it's a character study or a character growth story. For example, my story about Ethan Hawke and the Tempest Blade, it's first person because I'm not focusing as much on the world but on Ethan himself.
I am a phantom of death. It is your mercy to end its existence.
You'll need to reload it in a minute. Yep, it's out. Reload it. Wait, no, it's still going. Oh.
A field full of heretic corpses is our reward.
As long as it has things to kill, it will kill. Anyway. So second person is really rare. I would only do second person in instances where it's a sort of create your own story where the reader has to kind of decide things themselves, because then that's where you're basically going, you do this and you say that and you understand this. The reason you don't see a lot of second person stories is because it's hard to do those, simply because second person writing is, you can't know exactly what a person's personality is like. Anyway, I got tired of hearing Wolf Way through your Crash Course Rituals video. I'm surprised you're able to say the Wolf Wolf without cringing. I did cringe plenty, but after a while I get used to it. I enjoyed your story with Ethan. Can't wait to hear what happens next. Hey, tune in Monday. I'll have more. It is I, Chaplain Knight, son of Vulcan. Another salamander. What a surprise. I think that most people are salamander fans, if they're anything. I could probably take a poll and find out, like, who all, like, which, like, and find out. I think I'd be pretty safe in assuming that most of my community are Salamanders fans, because everyone loves the Salamanders. That's not a criticism, it's just an observation. Everyone loves the Salamanders. Don't X-Reader fanfics use second person? Yeah, they do, but that's largely because you're creating an experience. Usually the best stories that use second person are the ones that are either allowing you to create your own story or creating an experience for the viewer.
Apply additional pressure. Hellspawn, wipe it out.
You're sneaking up, I'll follow you. Do I think that the burning of Prospero guaranteed the Imperium's fall? No, I do not.
Another heretic dies.
I do not believe that at all. Because the burning of Prospero happened after Horus fell. As soon as Horus fell, he'd already started setting things in motion. Yeah, I think that Monarchia's burning was the real start of it. Once Monarchia was bombed, that was it. That was when the Emperor had crossed a line of no return.
They shall not. Tyranids have no man.
We got a Hellbrute. I see it. It's coming. Stay out of its range. It's noticed me. Catch.
Active camouflage charge.
Hold on. Hold on. That interrupted him. I'm going in.
I got it.
Ah, damn it. Oh well, you got it. You got it.
First and second abomination.
I suppose that's true.
Yes, he is fallen.
Well, I want the next one.
Divine cloak ready.
I want the next Terminus enemy.
spotted.
Here we go. Let's keep moving up. We got the elevator next.
No obvious source of the channel. That sets a stone from below. Administering slims. We have silenced the call for reinforcements.
I think we cleaned him up.
We cannot backtrack.
Let's start.
I do not like being this exposed.
Incoming.
Heretic hostile. Trapped.
The mechanism has seized.
Lesser Sorcerer.
Operational control.
We shot the curses out. Second wave headed toward us.
Got him.
The horror has been purged.
There is glory suppressed.
Alright, I'm gonna go activate the thing.
Amelio line cloak activated. Hit that to it.
Considering reactivation required.
Activate the next one, quick.
Alright, I'll do what I can to get to it.
You got 26 seconds. 26 seconds. 18 seconds.
Stealth ready.
Reset imminent.
The lift is on again.
Zangors are too tough to be allowed. Like, they go down way harder than the Hormigons. They're just goat men. Why are they that fucking beefy?
Our orders are clear. Advance. Just a little
Try
detail.
to tell them for forever and ever. They'll let you like Xandors.
Nobody.
They actually had you change the combat patrol of 1,000 subs. Xandors are not the way the hard way. That most people will back not like
See the Emperor's light dark devoted.
Alright, we made it. Ground floor, everybody get off. Hold on.
To put faith in madness is to seek death.
We dealt with them. Let's move up.
I felt a chill up my spine.
Have you ever seen second person written done right? Yeah, if you've ever read any of the Goosebumps, make your own Goosebumps books, they do those right.
Take all you can. Unidentified war.
Everyone, I need to say something honestly, I don't really care for the salamanders. Okay, that's fair. I mean, they annoy me too on some level, but I don't hate them. I like them fine. But I think what annoys me more than the salamanders is just the way that people treat the salamanders. I'm actually a White Scars fan. I've been doing a lot of research on them to make sure my successor chapter fits in their lore, and are not Gary Stu. Yeah, I get that. Still, I think the loss of the Thousand Sun forever weakened the Imperium. Not really. The Thousand Sons always remained a kind of weaker legion. They were definitely not one of the stronger legions overall. Matter of fact, they're called the Thousand Sons because after Magnus met them and they went through their first state of decay, there were literally only about 1,000 of them left. They've always been a relatively weak legion. So losing them really didn't make much of a difference. I'm not even kidding. That's not me being mean to the Thousand Sons, it's just honesty. The Thousand Sons did not make that big of an impact in the overall galaxy.
Daemonhost engaging.
Last thing they did
Maintain control here.
was attack them. That was it.
Yeah, even Turn to Chaos, they haven't really done all that much.
Oh, they tried to stop Gilliman.
Yeah, they tried to stop Gilliman. How well did that go for them?
I have to fall back. It readies for an arcane assault. Are we certain breaking its chains is a good thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Go ahead and break it. I hope that I find another Medicae. Oh, yep, perfect timing.
That looks done and dusted.
Jesus, returning fire.
Damn.
Can we not choke it with the bindings instead?
Pretty sure I'm gonna go down, man. My health is really low.
Get down! Target raised. What's the demon sorcery?
The link spread into 1,000 doors, and I am cast into the negating altar.
Alright, I'm barely alive. Oh, shit.
Altar uncontested. Daemonhost engaging.
There, got some shield back.
We need to make another push. It readies for an arcane assault. For the Emperor!
Returning fire.
Are we certain breaking? What's the demon sorcery?
Regroup and refocus.
Alright,
It readies.
I managed to get back some shield.
Maintain control here.
Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Daemonhost engaging.
I'll try to pick you up. Alright.
Get down.
Got him.
Active camouflage charge. It readies for an arcane of the last.
There we go. That was rough. We almost didn't make that.
Spit upon the demon hope.
Anyway, Raven, I just finished reading Uglies by Scott Westerfield and loved it. Okay, never read that. Me and my best friend have written Archangel Space Wolf duo who serve on the Death Watch. The banter may sound like bullying at times. Okay. Hey Raven, if they made a Warhammer Fantasy game for the console, would you play it? They have.
Empty threats.
It's called Darktide. Vermintide, sorry. Vermintide. Burning of Prospero was not a steamroll for the Space Wolves. Thousand Sons put up one hell of a fight. They even killed a bunch of Custodians and Sisters of Silence, and might have won if not for Zinch. What?
I
Might have won if not for Zinch. No, afraid that's not how that worked, because I recall Leman Russ bodying Magnus, literally breaking his spine. So, no, I'm afraid not. And that doesn't change any of what I said. The loss of the Thousand Suns was not the beginning of the end for the Imperium. That was the burning of Monarchia. The loss of the Thousand Suns was not that big of a loss. And yes, you're right. They did defeat some Custodians and Sisters of Silence. There's no question. They're Space Marines. They're not weaklings. They're not going to go down without a fight. And they were defending their homeworld. You will always fight harder defending your homeworld, and you have home field advantage. So I'm not saying they weren't going to go down without fighting. I'm not saying they were weaklings. I'm saying they were not the end-all to beat-all. They were not the best legion. They were not the strongest legion. They were not a legion that made all the difference. Truthfully, they were one of the smaller, less useful legions. I'm not saying they're weak. I'm saying they did not make the big impacts. Do you think they'll bring the Lightning Claws to Space Marine 2? Doubtful. Psychers ain't no joke. I'm not saying they aren't. Question, why don't you talk about the Raven Guard that often? No one's asked me anything about the Raven Guard. Would you like to ask me something about the Raven Guard? You claim they are your third favorite. They are, but people always want to ask me questions about the Space Wolves, the Dark Angels, apparently the Thousand Suns. If you want me to talk about the Raven Guard, ask me questions about the Raven Guard. True, the Thousand Suns are only ever defined by Ahriman's massive L. I wish more could be done with them. Sure, I think plenty more could be done with them, but I stand by what I said before. All right, can edit some armor. Give their new shoes. All right, let's switch it up. I'm gonna go back to Tech Marine for a bit. Hope you don't mind.
All right, I'll switch out in a second.
I'll choose a new mission while you're doing that. How about... I want to try Fall of Atreus because I want to see if he says the line that I think he will. Anyway. Let's see. Having a legion of Psychers is still very useful to have, especially when you're facing Eldar and demonic threats. Okay, so a legion of Psychers is a neat idea until you realize every single one of them are susceptible to psychic influence and demonic influence. The problem with Psychers, no, genuinely, the problem with Psychers is they are a double-edged sword. Yes, they can use supernatural powers, but they are also an open doorway to demonic possession and influence. That's one of the reasons why sanctioned Psychers are rare, and why you have to be carefully accredited as a Psycher before you can become a sanctioned Psycher. Like, here's the thing. I'm not saying a whole legion of Psychers isn't cool. I'm saying it's just as it's even more dangerous than you realize. Because all you have to do is come across an especially strong demon, suddenly half of your Psychers have fallen to it, or one of them has been possessed by it. It happens more often than you think. Anyway, in fact, one of the trials for the Grey Knights is to be, like, not the Grey Knights, the Exorcist is to be possessed and overcome the possession. Imagine what happens if you fail that. As an outside observer, everyone in the Warhammer world looks horrible. No faction is good. Even the good guys, Space Marines, seem to be very messed up, honestly. Well, yeah, it's a grim, dark world. In the grim, dark future of the 41st millennium, there is only war. The Storm Tigers are an ultimate founding crate after the Nachman Rift War. Okay. Hey, Raven, how does Moses make coffee? He brews it? Yes, he does. Your Storm Tigers have no relation to the Tiger Claws, I hope. I don't know. Well, to be fair, Prospero's orbital defenses were offline because Magnus felt guilty. Yeah, but he didn't have the guilt to step out of his palace when asked to.
Yeah, Lehman literally said, Magnus, let's talk. And he just did nothing.
Literally, apparently he felt guilty. He felt guilty, so he turned off the orbital defenses. But when Lehman showed up and said, Magnus, come out of your palace, we need to talk, he didn't come out. So, yeah, inconsistency on Magnus's part. What a surprise. Hey Raven, out of all the traitors, Primarchs, who had the right to rebel against the Emperors? In my opinion, Lorgar had the most right out of any of them. Angron second. Lorgar and Angron both had the best reasons to turn on the Emperor. Lorgar because the Emperor bombed Monarchia and shamed him publicly, even though he'd really done nothing that egregious. And Angron, the Emperor, decided to change riders for a little while and become a complete idiot. Can you? Yeah, what do you want to know about the Raven Guard? What do you want me to talk about? Hi Raven, hi Claymore. Hey Raven, if any of the Loyalist chapters were to turn heretic, which one would you say to be the most devastating? The one that, if the Ultramarines turn traitor, that would probably be the most devastating. Simply because the Ultramarines are fucking everywhere.
Noted, Artisan Balthazar. I am authorizing Thalassa to commandeer the battle barge for the duration of this conflict. It will then be returned to your care.
Very well. But you will need my assistance in locating such an ancient machine spirit.
Assist the Adeptus Mechanicus in launch preparations and await our targeting guidance, Thalassa. We should be on the ground shortly. Make sure that battle barge is ready.
As you command, Lieutenant.
Alright, moving forward. Hell, what's your thoughts on their beaky helms? Well, the Raven Guard aren't the only Astartes to have those beak helms. Others have too. They're older model helms, and they're neat. I mean, I don't dislike them or anything, but I prefer the Primaris Marine helms. Yeah, the Mark 10s. They just look better to me. Wow, big explosion for just one Space Marine. Okay. Like, yeah, we're gonna get him.
Like, alright guys, I'm gonna go in and come with me, right? Yeah, sure.
My Salamander's tactical was actually in the Death Watch during the time he befriends some Dark Angels and takes up the tactics and play. Dungeons got tired of being a goody two-shoes and made him. He got tired of being a goody two-shoes. It's not really how that works. The Salamanders don't get tired of being a goody two-shoes. It's because it's not a choice they make. The Salamanders, culturally speaking, care about humanity more than most other chapters. And they're encouraged to culturally because they're one of the only Space Marine legions to actually interact with their families and friends back home legitimately. On Nocturne, the Salamanders still interact with their families and friends.
Mutated wretch dispatched.
So it's not like they can be just, you know what, I'm tired of being nice. It's kind of their culture.
Fresh magazine in.
Could Space Wolves themselves take on Eldari Empire in their prime? In their prime? Like when Lehman Russ was running them?
I think it is the Eldar.
Oh, beat the Eldar in their prime? No.
Fresh ammunition acquired.
No, I don't think the Space Wolves could take the Eldari in their prime. Honestly, I don't think many chapters or legions could take the Eldari in their prime. You'd need a combined force of the Imperium to even come close. And probably the Emperor back in action. And all Primarchs on deck. Like, you would need the Imperium at its peak in order to take it. I like the Exorcist better than the Grey Knights. Okay. Angron saw the Emperor as another High Rider, and Mortarion saw the Emperor as another Overlord. The Angron saw the Emperor as a dick.
There is no falling back beyond this.
Like so. Raven, which loyal legion are the most prideful? They're all prideful. Like, legitimately, they are all prideful. They all think that they're the best. If I had to put money on it, though, I'd say either the Dark Angels or the Ultramarines.
I would say the Ultramarines and the Space Wolves.
Yep, the Space Wolves, too. Yeah. Because the Dark Angels are at least willing to accept, at least to themselves, that they have an ancestral screw-up. The Space Wolves won't even accept that. What are your feelings about the Space Sharks and the Red Wake right now? They're badass, I love them, but I don't know what's going on right now in the lore to them. Agreed also, is Corvus technically now a quote-unquote demon Primarch? I don't know if he's considered a demon Primarch. I think he's just awakened to demonic power. Raven, would my chapter master be a Gary Stew? He fought a custodian in sanctioned duel to protect his chapter and almost died. He still won but lost his right arm and his left eye. Why did he fight the custodian? You say it was to protect his chapter. Why? Why would fighting a custodian save his chapter? Because the reasoning for that could also make him a Gary Stew.
Ammunition cache here.
Bless you.
We have a visual on the battle bar.
Have been relentless in their attempts to deplete my ammunition.
You alright, Lark? I'm coming for it.
Commencing all cyclic cartridges. Repurposing battlefield central. Munitions replenished. Cyber gun engaged.
Anyway. No, I got tired of being called goody two-shoes. It didn't take away his love for humanity. He's just more pragmatic and won't risk his mission to save 2 people and jeopardize thousands. Okay, but how does that make him still a salamander? Because again, that is a large part of who the salamanders are. Alright, we moved through that quick. As a Black Dragon fan, psychic stuff is dumb. Stab them with your bone blade, dummy. Fair enough. If my chapter master is Gary's too, I'll fix his lore. The reason he fought the Custodian was to protect his chapter from being branded as renegades. Why was his chapter branded as renegades? Like, you're missing my point. Why was his chapter branded as renegades? What did they do? And why would the Custodian be the one to administer that punishment and not the Inquisition? Custodians don't really police Space Marines. The Inquisition does.
I shall remain here and violently deter any enemy forces.
The Custodian's job is to protect the Golden Throne. They don't police Space Marines.
Stall any attackers. Commune with the crane and engage it to remove the obstructions.
Proceeding to grade.
Alright, this is a part. Hold on, let me check and see if he says what I think he does. Because I think he's going to say that we don't have a Tech Marine in our group, which is a lie. We have one. Alright, let's see what he says.
Operating crane.
The crane is going to jam. Listen.
They come, brothers. My Auspex reads multitudes.
Honest gun available.
Auspex front.
Prepare the crane. Quick.
Listen.
Crane requires you to perform rites of restoration. Seek out the crane's twin generators and locate their consoles. Then, awaken them in the correct sequence.
Oh, he didn't say it. Normally he says, seeing as you have no Tech Marines with you, I will walk you through it. I guess they took away that line, because now we have a Tech Marine.
Tarry not. We must repair the crane control.
I'm going to it as fast as I can. Once I activate this one, you need to find the second one. Because we don't activate them within the right time limit. Alright, here's one. The other one is just above us. Oh, shoot. There we go. Alright, that's one. Going to the second. Pretty sure it's this one. Yep.
Nicely done, brother. The crane is up and running.
Ensure nothing further impedes your progress.
Hold on. Alright, I'm dropping down. Let's move. Don't be held up, come on.
Ammunition.
Replenishing ordnance.
Gather speed, brothers.
Zangor spearmen and counter brothers. Kill it. Zangor successfully terminated.
Alright, let's get through this. Alright. The Red Wake is injured and maybe getting an upgrade. Cool. Raven, you sound kind of upset. Everything all right? No, I'm not upset. I'm fine. I'm just trying to read a lot of comments at once.
I do not recognize these symbols.
We will report it to the Ordo's heroes. Continue with the mission. There are more pressing heresies that need our attention.
Anyway, let's see. Red Wake is gone. A Primaris after fatal wound. Sounds good. He didn't want to, but he got injured, so he has to if he wants to keep fighting. Okay. His chapter was protecting an agricultural world that was vital to the sector, and the Custodian ordered them to abandon it when a large Tyranid fleet arrived. No, that's not how that would work. A Custodian wouldn't just show up and say, hey, abandon this sector because of a Tyranid invasion. That's not what Custodians do. That's an Astra Militarum thing. I think you misunderstand what Custodians do. A Custodian's job is not to police Space Marine or tell them what to do. In fact, most often, Custodians stay out of the business of Space Marines. A Custodian's job is to do the will of the Golden Throne and to basically do very specific missions. That a lot of people saw that animation about the tithe or whatever, where that female Custodian showed up with that Sister of Silence. And I hate that animation, not because it's not good, but because it blatantly missed what Custodians are supposed to do. A Custodian showing up and telling a Space Marine to F off, she wouldn't have done that. She would have done what she was required to do, and she might have said, hey, we're going to be blowing up this planet with Exterminatus later. You may want to get your men off. And if he says no, it's like, hey, I warned you. That's all there is to it. She's not going to issue an order. She's going to say, here's what's going to happen. The only reason a Custodians would ever order a Space Marine around is if the Space Marine were put directly under their control, or they were working alongside them. Other than that, Custodians and Space Marines keep to their own business. It's just what they do. So you would need another reason for the Custodians and your chapter master to duel. And if they did duel, you'd need a very good reason why he won, because the Custodians, by their nature, are going to be stronger and more powerful than a single Space Marine. Custodians are designed to be the apex predators, even among Space Marines. So you need a very good reason why. And then protecting an agri world that's under threat of Tyranid invasion. Yeah, that does sound very Gary Stewish. The idea being, oh, we don't care if Tyranids are invading, we're still going to protect it. If you wanted to make it less Gary Stew, make it that they lost and the world was destroyed and they had no choice but to allow for the Exterminatus. That would make it seem like they couldn't fight and win. If you want to change the story, the best idea I would have is have it be that they are being censured by the Inquisition, and instead of just giving in quietly to the Inquisition, they actually kill the Inquisitor or something, and that might lead to a conflict. But just saying, they fought and... I mean, think about it if I said it like this. My chapter master was able to beat a Custodes because the Custodes wanted him to abandon a world of innocent lives, and he didn't want to do it, so he fought back and won to prove that he... See how already that sounds like a Gary Stew? It sounds like a kid on a playground trying to say, my chapter master's the bestest ever. Yeah, I'm not insulting, I'm just saying that's what it's going to come across as. If you want to avoid the Gary Stew label, I would adjust that story. Would Chapter Master Asterion Moloch be a Gary Stew for killing the Custodes? I think it depends heavily on the circumstances. Alright. Raven, when writing a story, how do you maintain a consistent pace? Well, for a beginner, I would say limit the number of words that you put into a chapter. And that's not to limit yourself, but in order for you to keep things going smoothly. Make sure that all causes have an effect, and make sure that you explain them.
Had a good performance noticed, Talassa. I have opened the gates.
Auspex deep scan ready.
Yep.
The cogitations are clear. We cannot preserve this blessed vehicle with such a meager number of troops.
Talassa is not there to provide you with protection. They are there to prepare that battle barge for flight.
It couldn't possibly break free of
I'm sure I gotta leave. Yeah, okay, take care.
present condition.
Hey Raven, what's a worse fate? Hellbrood or Drukhari prisoner?
And destroy
Drukhari prisoner.
Thought you Astartes would possess the requisite appreciation of a vessel such as this.
Hey, it says that the
And
Tech Marine isn't in
The
the...
engine should provide sufficient lift, but the vessel's fusion batteries are fully
He says it if the Tech Marine isn't in the
There's
group.
no
Okay.
charge to start the ship's reactor.
And even then, the Tech Marine usually isn't told everything and he's likely walking through you anyway. Yeah, I know. He's still got to explain it.
But it too will require charging from our power plant. Those areas of the facility are compromised.
Our tactics are sound, and our resolve is undaunted.
I'm trying to read all the chat messages. All right. Let's get started.
The fusion battery unit is in our possession.
What's up, Chaos? Thanks for checking me, Raven. Unfortunately, he does fall into the Gary Sue category after hearing the reasons. I'll rework their lore. All right.
Without an attendant. Lead it along the tracks to the junction station.
Traitor leader terminated. Our progress is stymied by mismatched rails.
There are several consoles for managing the tracks nearby. You must perform the appropriate rites of alignment to achieve the desired job.
Hellbrute, heard. Reactivating turret.
Ability to extrapolate accordingly.
I see it.
The ultimate reasoning and spatial awareness.
Considering this plan of theirs, I have my doubts.
I couldn't get out of the way in time. Reloading. I got him. That is so satisfying.
An unholy desecration finally put to death. Activating tarantula sentry gun.
Let me check. It's always the one that's glowing blue. So, okay, so we need to put it in either that one or that one. So let's. Where is it right now? All right, so let's turn it.
Ready to deploy.
All right, let's get it started. I know we'll put it in this one. Walk on. Anyway. Raven, why do you think so many Warhammer fans make jokes about Warhammer's characters and setting in spite of the tons of Warhammer being very serious? Largely because it's such an over-the-top setting. Warhammer is such an over-the-top setting that it opens the way for people to have fun with it. I think that people are very capable of making jokes and having a good time with a setting that is clearly having fun with its own lore and world. Like, where are you going to get another world or setting quite like this one, you know what I mean?
Of power. Perhaps in the machine god's infinite wisdom, they permit the transgression you're about to commit.
Do not speak beyond your ken, Engine Seer. It does not take a logis to see this is an act of desperation.
Alright, it's ready to move. Are you near a panel?
Servo harness gun available.
Get yourself near. I'll tell you where to turn it. Hit the button once. Do it again. One more time. It's good. Once I get away from you losers. Get ready to turn the panel again.
Replenishing ordnance.
I'm moving it up. Oh wait, turn the panel now.
Inserting fresh magazines. Restoring sentry to battle-ready status.
Alright, it's getting onto the platform. Alright, turn it again. You're good. We're done. I'll get it going.
Minion of the wall. Purified.
Let's keep it moving. Anyway. Do you think the Chaos Gods can be killed? In fantasy, yes. In Warhammer 40k, no. Raven, has there ever been a Space Marine that killed a Custodian? Yes, there have been a few Space Marines that killed Custodians. They do exist, and it's happened. The Dark Angels and Dark Angels kill team killed a Custodian. That's for sure. And of course, Moloch killed a Custodian.
This tarantula is still battle-worthy.
Karn also killed a few Custodians. So it's not unheard of that it's happened. It's just very uncommon.
Rising.
Scarab terminated.
Delasson,
Heard.
you're almost there. What is your status? Reactor charging. Minutes away from ignition. Hold for our signal.
Activating turret.
Delasson, transmitting targeting signal now.
Your data is clouded, Lieutenant. Maintain close proximity to target.
Anyway. I've never encountered a Hellbrute before on the operation. What level are you on, Raven? Average.
Ammunition cache here.
Like my short story, I'm using the 2nd Primarch and 2nd Legion. The Primarch returned during the current setting after he and his Legion were trapped in the Warps and Heresy.
The vessel is ready.
You're gonna need a lot of explanation for that.
Be forever remembered.
Raven, hot take, with the Legion who had the most justifiable reason for turning Chaos would have to be the Astral Claws, because tax is just too damn high.
Routing signal data through
That was, the Astral Claws weren't a Legion, they were a chapter, and no, they had no good reason.
Calculating trajectory.
Press the button.
I got it. Thanks again, Raven, for the advice. I still have much to learn about the Warhammer 40k lore. You're fine. I just woke up from a nap. those bean boozles did me in. I understand that.
I hope it isn't an instrument of the machine god's wrath.
How do you feel the next champion pack is a Iron Hands with a Tech Marine?
I still had them.
That's fine with me.
Sacrifice of such a
Makes sense.
sacred machine. Let us hope
Then we
her
get Karn's
martyrdom
best
is
friend from the
worth
Word
it.
Bearers kill the Custodian. Yep, it's happened. I once fought alongside a Raven Guard and a Night Lord in the game. It was interesting. Yeah, you get a lot of weird combinations. You get a lot of weird combinations in this game. You get a lot of odd ones. That went very well. Look at those kill numbers. You want to try your hand at the Tech Marine again? I can swap out to something else so you can play him again. Because I want you to have your fun with the Tech Marine too. Who makes the gear for the Trader Legions, and how do they recruit new members? The Trader Legions get their gear from Warpsmiths. They have their own version of Tech Marines, and they also have Dark Mechanicum working for them. Like, there's some Mechanicus who turn to Chaos, so they have those. So there's that. As for how they get new members, they'll just raid planets and steal aspirants, or they'll steal from others, you know, like that's how they pretty much do it. Crazy how that works, am I right? Check the perk tree. Alright, and we'll change out the gear. Honestly, but we'll still do it. All right, now I'll change it up. Let's go Bulwark. There we go. All right, that's good. We'll go with that. I'll go Bulwark for this one. In one match, I fought with an Imperial Fist and a White Scar. Been known to happen. A Raven pro tip when playing Sniper, use the Purification perks. It can help you out when you need to restore health. And can't wait for your next video on the Fist. Yep, looking forward to working on it. And thanks for the advice. Out of Salamander and Dark Angels, my Vanguard was Blood Ravens. It was not a good match. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Surprisingly, the Night Lord shouted for the Emperor with the Raven Guard, and I in that match, I thought they would have refused. It must have been a pre-heresy Night Lord. Probably. Is it wrong I like the Space Wolves models, but not lore? It's alright if you like the models. To be perfectly honest, I don't care if people like the Space Wolves. I just don't want them to lie about them to me. And I think that's the ultimate problem. People just lie about them. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, the God Emperor!
Who do you think is the worst Chaos God to go up against? Depends on who you are, really. Probably Nurgle. Because if you're a biological life form, he's going to plague you. Humanity did nothing wrong. Those Xenos had it coming. Yep, they did. I agree with that. In most cases, the Xenos asked for it. Actually, it's funny. If you really understand the lore of Warhammer 40,000, you realize that, yes, a lot of the reason the Imperium doesn't trust Xenos is because as soon as humanity got its shit wrecked by the Men of Iron, a lot of the Xenos that they were allied with turned on them. It was right after the Dark Age of technology. Mankind kind of got screwed by the very Xenos they thought that they had made friends with. Raven, what kind of car would a Marine drive from each Legion? I don't know. I know nothing about cars, and I'm not going to answer that question. I just don't know. I really like the black Cobra paint pattern on your Marines. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Who were they allied with? Various alien races. Just various alien races that humanity had worked alongside throughout the years. Space Wolves are my 13th favorite chapter, with Dark Angels sitting at 10th as my favorite chapter. My favorite chapter is Blood Ravens, but that's my opinion. You're free to that opinion, man. Like, enjoy what you want to enjoy.
However, our forces never reached their objective at the Ecclesiarchic Cathedral.
Always enjoy the things you want to enjoy, man. I may hate the Space Wolves, but if you like them, enjoy them.
Rally the Cadian forces, repel the Tyranids, then disrupt the Thousand Suns' plans at the Cathedral. Seek out Major Kivar of the 22nd Company on the battlefield. Repel the Xenos, and disintegrate our forces. Swarm is consuming our position. We cannot hold the Cathedral.
Message received. Confirm unit identity.
Ultramarines, praise the Emperor.
We're not Ultramarines.
So fast, they tore right through us. Directions to Major Kivar. The Xenos got him. Major Kivar is gone. He transferred command to me. I am Commander Hotel, 22nd Company. It is my duty to secure the Cathedral gate station as our fallback point. Be steadfast in your defense, Commander. We will reinforce your position shortly.
Zangors? I thought we were fighting, Tyranids.
We must slay this hellspawn. With careless fire.
They're the Tyranids.
Infestation is steady for now. I am most honest like this. Keep on your feet.
What was that?
Ready to move.
Oh yeah, the Tech Marines executions are brutal. I wish the Power Sword had such good executions.
Yeah. They need to add a few, but like what's really great is like the fact that he like combines with his Mechadendrites.
Actually, I wonder if you change his weapon from the Omniscient Axe to something else, would his Mechadendrite have different executions with it?
Hard to say.
Or would it just be, you know, those default executions?
Prepare yourselves.
Like the pain train's coming.
I think the Eldar, when humanity was still strong, the Eldar always saw us as a lesser life form, but they didn't ever try to outright destroy us until later on.
Yeah, the Eldar kind of agree with humanity but as like after the proto-Jews had a good time basically taking advantage of and thus there's the reason why we super hate them. Bear in mind, when Vulcan first arrived on the box, the first none of it was coffee.
The abomination.
Always happy to kill those things.
Well, that's a big bug right there. We're going to have to do something like that.
Oh yes, get out the Exterminatus. Oh my heavens.
Even their corpses insult the glory of the god emperor.
Highlight every time we experiment on us. I was like, I just wanted a snack.
Give me some to eat! Hide chapter relics after seeing blood ravens in the area. Pretty much. Raven, can I also apologize the way I acted on that Neo stream? I acted out irrationally. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm sorry. You're fine. Honestly, I've already let it go. I don't hold on to grudges very long, if I'm being honest.
It's not like we're stunty.
They are calling for rain.
Yeah, honestly, I have no reason to hold grudges with people.
Atone for your error, brother. It's malicious. The heretic lies defeated.
Heal him in the Terminator.
Scarab occult killed. Vile enemies see through his corpse. Replacing holy ordnance.
There are the tanks.
This is Commander Attack. You're surrounded now. We're in
I thought you
urgent
said
need of
Commander
your assistance.
Rotel for a second.
That is why we are here, Commander.
Gates must be shut if we're to hold on to this sector. Defend the generator units until we have enough power to close the gates. They cannot be allowed to fail. These sacred machines shall not be touched. Generators are being attacked from the air.
Who would have thought? They must be toxic individuals on For Honor.
Energy we need.
They already did.
The generators in Lambda sector are under assault.
Lambda sector's under attack. I'm heading there.
Generators at Lambda are taking hits.
I'm going as fast as I can.
I thought you'd get to run turret support. Settle down.
All right, we got him.
Cycling cartridge. We're at 75% power.
Yeah, Cadia may still stand, but what about Tanit?
That's a touchy subject.
Couldn't resist.
Tyranids are swarming the generators near the gates.
Clark, could use some assistance here. I don't have any more grenades to force them off. It looks like it did it.
With molten flame shall we smite them.
We only need a sliver more. The gates are shutting.
Cadians, I wouldn't get this close to the edge when there's still Hormigons jumping over.
And you're
I heard tales of the prowess of the Ultramarines. I never expected to see it with my own.
We're not Ultramarines.
Stand proud.
Will your Lord play Dark Heresy, the new Owlcat game coming out? Maybe. What's the difference between an Eldon and a Gnome? They're none, they're both filth. Yep. I find it odd that the Lion's Eviscerator had the name Wolf in it. He doesn't hate wolves. Could each of the Chaos Gods strip their respective demon Primarchs from their demonhood status? Not that simple, because when you become a demon Primarch, you're basically giving up your soul and trading it out for a demonic one. Like, you're giving up your basic humanity and becoming demon, so for a Chaos God to strip that of them means to somehow restore what they were. So I don't think it's that simple.
It's also kind of established that the Primarch's soul is gone, like in the
On my
now.
mark, brothers.
So because like clone.
Never hesitate in fulfilling
Yep.
his will.
Raven, which power weapon is better in the game? Power swords or power fists? I prefer power swords. Will we retrieve a shield execution? I don't know. Raven, did Lion recruit from Caliban before its destruction? Yes. A shield. Also, Raven, is it just me or does your dad legit look like Lionel Johnson? Not really. Our dad's not
It
blonde.
is a hell trick. Beware of attacks from above, brothers.
I mean,
Dark gods for favor.
Dad also doesn't grow a beard, so nah, they don't look much
Assuredly a
alike.
warp rift.
My dad looks a lot more like an aged Harrison Ford.
What is your location?
Do I very much see it? Okay, if you see it, that's cool. I love Lionel Johnson. I'll take it. I'm not gonna diss you for making that point. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. Raven, is the extra brother in your squad have a name? Like, does he represent Jay or Raptor? Yeah, we could say that this is Jay or Hannah or something. Is a girl. I don't know. She turns me into a girl all the time. We can turn her into a boy for this.
Well, quote, space. No girls allowed.
Like, you're not canon.
Listen to our ancient brother.
Plotting convergence trajectories.
Do you think they ever object like ancient? I went in the suit last week.
I heard that your internet connection was cut off all of a sudden last night. We just had a blip in the internet, and I think that's what killed the stream. Either that or YouTube was getting sick of the conversation we were having and wanted to shut us down.
Reloading magazine. A malformed abomination comes towards us. Thousand suns taste defeat once again.
Anyway. Question: did the Imperium hate Xeno's wisest sister of battle have an Eldar Harlequin helping her? Oh, that's Ephriel Stern. She's kind of a unique case. Ephriel Stern is known as the Heretic Saint because she has incredible psyker powers, and the Sisters of Battle hate psykers. So she's an outcast among her own people, and because of that, the Harlequin and her would just have a working relationship. She's an outcast, and he's also an outcast among his own people, being a Harlequin, so they both kind of respect each other. And they've helped each other out a lot.
I'd like to take this opportunity to remind Mechanicus of the only named Harlequin model. This is that. It's funny. Look at
I don't mind just running through you.
Replacing holy
those cultists were crying.
I'll bet they were crying. They saw me coming and knew their time was up. Where is your Zinch now?
Florian, you recalibrated my rifle.
Does it not function properly?
I did not think it could shoot any more true, but it does.
No need to thank me, brother.
It's shameless the way they flirt.
Xenos was but an abhorrent blight. Blessed be this magazine.
Alright, anyway. Raven, are there any Xenos who are still loyal to the Imperium, or do they all stab them in the back? There's some Xenos that are willing to work alongside the Imperium. Like vassals. Very few. But yes, there are a few. And then there are some abnormal humans, like humans with very bizarre mutations that the Imperium kind of considers Xenos, but are still humans. They're known as abhumans. That's kind of what Ogrins are. Ogrins are a kind of abhuman. And the Imperium is okay with them. But most Xenos, nah, they don't really care for them. Ogrins, Ratlings, whatever. The what? Yeah, I was referring to whatever the cat people were. The Felinids, yep.
Might as well have made a cat joke because they are actually wolves. You do agree with that, Lord God?
Yeah.
Stop them. These heretics.
You better keep up. I'm carving a path of destruction, brother.
We cannot go this way. Behold, our chapter's ancestral might.
Yeah, it's a rocket launcher. Behold our chapter's ancestral might. Yeah, he had a rocket launcher built into his dreadnought. Like, it's not really ancestral might. It's more of just, my God, he has a rocket launcher.
Magazine.
Oh wow, I went way ahead of you guys.
All are present.
I apologize.
Allegedly about to be teleported.
I will wait for you. Anyway. Does your Ogren friend have the nails? No. Ravenlard's father. Boys, it's time I told you I'm not really human. Grows at 9 feet tall and starts long golden blonde hair. Ravenlard Nani. If our dad turned out to be Lionel Johnson, that'd be crazy. We want to know who our mom is. Who are the most humbled or beaten up chapter in the Space Marine Legions? That would be the Lamenters. The Lamenters are the ones who get beaten up the most. Guys, no time to explain a need. You put your gene seed in this cup. What is the worst Space Marine Legion to go up against? I think it would be the Death Guard since they use chemical weapons. The Eldar called them the Crawling Doom, and that was before their fall. The Death Guard are one of the most dangerous to go up against because of their use of bio weapons and the fact that they're just so tenacious. But the Emperor's children are also dangerous to go up against because they will not settle for just killing you. They will torture you.
Pick off their sharpshooters first.
I'm gonna run to that side. They've got a sorcerer. They've got a Hellbrute. God, the range on that. Oh, shit. Come on, big guy. Thank you for blowing up your own men. Come on, big boy. Where are you running to over there? I'm not done with you.
My wound is mended.
Get over here. Come on. Rejoice, I've ended your suffering.
Arcane trickery wilts in the face of our armory's mightiest champions.
Is ready to fly.
Phew. Well, that was fun. Alright, now we just got to do the last part of this. Yep. Yes!
I smite you back to the abyss. I am logging this triumphal scroll of honor, colored brother.
Ultramarines, praise the...
You know, I think we can go. They clearly don't want us.
Most humiliator. Identify yourself.
This is Archdeacon Zonia. I am hidden inside the cathedral. Heretics stormed the sanctum and slaughtered my garrison of Cadians for their dark rituals. The Cadian troops left behind heavy explosives. Alas, I never got to use them against the archenemy.
Gorgeous.
Gather the explosive charges and place them. Traitors to I will destroy any heretic.
He will.
His will be done.
Alright, I'm gonna grab the first demolition charge.
Explosives charge located.
last in charge.
I'll let you get the last one.
Alright, on my way.
Go for it. I'll read chat. I think one the Inquisition tolerates is the Jotaro. Yeah, they do. And they usually don't fight the Imperium in general. They don't. What fuels the power pack? Raw, unfiltered zealotry. Have you found any Gene Season Game Raven? I have. Also, Araman is chasing Yvrain, demanding how to fix his rubric mistake. He'd like to know how to fix it. I don't know if he cares that much. I don't know if he cares enough to chase Yvrain about it. Let's get out of here.
I am grateful for your offer. But my place is here. I will speak prayers of consecration for the cathedral's final moments.
The Archdeacon has no shortage of courage. Is this the glory Magnus promised you?
What a badass line. Is this the glory Magnus promised you?
Heretics are everywhere.
And it goes boom.
Traitors and heretics crumble under our onslaught. It was a challenge to keep pace with your ancient brother.
Disruption successful. Viridian, return to the Resilient for rearmament.
Alright, let's see.
Prepare for your next
I find Decimus suspicious. He sounds like a space wolf. Maybe. I have just noticed that the Hellbrute is smaller than the Dreadnought. Is that accurate to lore? They're equivalent. Some Hellbrutes are bigger than this.
That is a newer Dreadnought armor, and so their bigger Hellbrutes are based off of older Dreadnought patterns.
That is true. How do you or Lark feel about Bile making his version of Primaris Marines for Chaos Legions? I don't think he ever agreed to do that. I know that oh no, Fabius Bile wants to, but he can't get the recipe. He kept trying to get Call to do it for him, like basically asking Call for the recipe, and Call refused to give it to him. Because Call's not an idiot. Dreadnought, no, Helldrink is safe for me, throws a statue at it. Yep. Imagine if Call made a Dreadnought for the Emperor. He couldn't, because the Emperor needs to stay on the Golden Throne to power the Astronomicon. Hey Raven, I completely understand what you said about the problem you have with the onions in Shrek, that a cantaloupe would have been a better metaphor for Shrek having layers instead of an onion. Well, Hannah made an even better one when she said a kiwi. That would work too. Magnus did everything wrong. Yep, we are in agreement on that. The Emperor Magnus, why are you like this? Yeah. Love playing Bulwark, man. Bulwark's fun. All right. Yeah, all of my Black Cobra's looking fresh. Just a little more, and then I can level that up. That'll be tight. Hey, Raven, have you seen Hoppers? Guess I haven't, and I don't plan on watching it this year. I have not seen it. I don't really have any plans to. Anyway, Lark, was there anything else you were itching to do?
Yeah, I think that'll be it for me.
Yeah, alright, I think that'll about do it. Because I've still got a lot of work to do tomorrow. I gotta go back in for another shift. And I gotta finish writing this legend, or else it's gonna haunt me forever. Anyway, I think that about does it. Thank you all so much for joining me. Had a good time tonight. No, it wasn't a super long stream, but wanted to get in one. Tomorrow's Sunday. I do not plan to do a stream tomorrow. That's not a plan. I plan on taking tomorrow off from streaming. But I have some good news that I want to share with you guys. I have ordered a new camera. So when we do the Twitch and YouTube stream for the Warriors Den on Wednesday, I will have a camera so I can do a face cam. So that is my hope. Really looking forward to that. Should be a good time. And I think that's it. Anyway, I'm a little tired, guys, so I'm going to call it there. Thank you all so much for joining. And I will see you in my next video. Take care, everybody.